Benevolence Assistance Committee process.
And as we enter the finance room, where the information needed for benevolence is stored, we come to the first file cabinet below the counter, top drawer, and in that drawer we'll find the sign-in tablets that we need for signing in. And we'll also find the folders that contain the payment requests and other material that we might need. And also in this drawer, we have our binder that stores all of the information that we need. They are all kept in the top drawer in the first file cabinet under the counter.
On Wednesdays from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, we entertain and we will screen requests that come to us for benevolence assistance. What we do, and we will show you this later in the chapel, we greet the persons in the chapel, but we put out a sign-in sheet, and on the back of the sign-in sheet, you will find the instructions that say what the requirements are to receive assistance. When the person signs in after having met the requirements, they then fill out an application, and it is entitled EBC Emergency Room Mortgage or Utilities Assistance Application. We are now in the chapel, which has been designated as the area where we receive the applicants. What you see on the counter here is the sign-in sheet, the instructions or the requirements for the application itself, and then the reserved seating area for those who are filling out the applications. Once they have completed the application, someone will come and escort them to a conference area where we can then preview and talk about the application. That completes phase 1. Hello again. We're ready for phase 2 of the benevolence approval process. We have just received the documentation from Holly and the finance department that the individual applicant is a member, is in good standing, and is a regular contributor to the Elizabeth Baptist Church. We fill out the payment for request form. We sign it. The individual working with it will sign his name, date it, and we'll have the check made out to the entity that's involved, not the individual. And then after this process is completed, we will call the applicant and tell them what the disposition is and when they can pick up the check for payment to the utility mortgage or whatever the case may be. Usually that process is completed on the Monday following the interview process. The church office is closed on Friday. They cut the checks on Thursday, so that's why it is available for pickup on Monday. We urge the applicant to call the church to verify that the check is ready and available, and they come and sign for it, showing identification that they are actually the person involved with the process. Okay, now that you've seen the process for screening the applicant, reviewing the request, and making the phone call to give the disposition, we're now ready to close out. The first thing we want to do is, on the sign-in sheet, we want to make a notation what the disposition was, whether it was approved, denied, or pending. And we'll take that sign-in sheet and put it in the left side of the big binder. And then we'll take the application itself along with the package that has the documentation, the disposition for the payment request, and any other documentation. We'll staple that together, put it in a 3-hole punch, and then put it in the binder. After we have filed the application, our copy of the information, and the sign-in sheet in the binder, we would then take the sign-in tablets, all of the other folders that have the information that we might need, and we'll put them all back in the top drawer of the file cabinet. We put the binder in first, and if you put it in with the large end toward the back, it slides in a whole lot easier. Then we'll put the copies of the information that we might need, those folders, and then we put the sign-in sheet and the application in last. And that makes it ready for the next person who might continue on the next Wednesday. hopefully this process will make it easier and less stressful for you and the applicant. Thank you very much.